problem is also what's happened to people like all the whistleblowers that you know. Name the whistleblowers, right? Where has it ended happily for them? Publicly, we know about a lot of whistleblowers, and you know what? It's all shit. You lose your job, you lose your livelihood, you get ridiculed, you get disgraced. It doesn't end well. No one wants to be a fucking whistleblower. No one wants to put their head above the parapet. So can I read something out to you? So this is quite important, right? So everywhere I go these days, everybody keeps saying to me the same thing. And it's really funny, Lee. Don't stop. Don't stop, Doc Malik. Keep going. And I'm like, don't stop, keep going. What the fuck? Like, I went to this thing recently, what you call it? Barbara O'Neill. And I walked into this hall with 1,200 people in it, and I was shocked because they're all lining up to speak to her. And I was sitting in the front row too. And as I sat down, a separate queue formed to meet me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And all these people are coming up and they wanted to shake my hand. They wanted to give me a hug, and they wanted to take a picture with me. And they kept saying, and all of them, Doc, please don't stop. Keep going. Doc, keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. And I was like, fucking everybody's saying the same shit. I was like, why are they all saying that? And I spoke to someone recently, Justin Edgington out in New Zealand. I said, dude, tell me, why do they all fucking keep saying the same thing? Don't stop, keep going. And I'm gonna read this to you. Dear Ahmad brother. This is Justin, right? And he is my brother. I mean, if you look at him, he's a baldy just like me. Interesting question to ponder, which is, why do they keep saying to me? Why do they keep saying to me, keep going, carry on, don't stop? And he writes, terrorism is selling or propagating terror, which causes fear. Fear is an old commodity that has been weaponized in recent times in almost every aspect of living. We have outsourced nearly all of our decisions to others to avoid the fear of making a mistake and the fear of the consequences. It's palpable to those who took the bat juice, were afraid, not because they were weak, but because they had been told to be afraid, and this is all around us. Think of all the disaster movies in the last few decades. Slowly and surely, we have become risk averse and unable to calculate the real risks, just like relative risk reduction and absolute risk reduction. I'm led to believe many doctors don't know the difference even now. True. He's right. The worst thing about the fear today is that people don't know how to manage it. They don't have the innate skills to critically analyze whether it's real or imagined. They are afraid of making decisions. They are afraid of being shamed. One of the most powerful human emotions is shame. And we both can recall clear as day when we were last shamed for something we should have been ashamed of. And this will never go away. So people need others like you to be their voice and to show them they need not be afraid. And they will slowly come to the light and regain some sense of self and sense. They cannot do it without others. We have to be the ones to say no more bullshit, no more fear. The very fact that like-minded people can now join together from every corner of the globe must mitigate this existential risk and make it totally transparent that wars do not need to be fought just to fund evil. You're on the hook, Buster, and you know you have to do what is right. What would the kids think if they knew we know and decide to live the lies every day? That's the first rung of the psychopathy ladder, and we have far too many of those around us. Sadly, they look like us and smile sweetly as they screw us over, or worse. Without your work, my work, Ursula's work, that's his wife, and thousands more, I say it's critical thinking and modest intellect, the rest who look to us for reassurance and guidance will be doomed to more fear, more propaganda, more risk, more damage, and more exploitations. To steal someone's emotive state and their right to happiness is manifestly evil and disgusting. That's why they keep telling you, don't stop. And
thanks for watching this video. And if you want to catch the entire episode, head on over to the Radical Health Rebel podcast, where you can subscribe by scanning the QR code on the screen.